Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 6 of What If Naruto Opened the Gate of Alchemy and Awaken all the abilities. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Banished to the Forbidden Lands. And enjoy that guys. And also I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto, well, the final episode of What If Naruto Was a Perfect Experiment. So go ahead, check out that and enjoy guys. Remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, go ahead, click that red subscribe button and become part of the Making family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new episode? Start the intro. So the last time we left off, Temari left a little gift for Naruto that had the other girls really pissed off. As Naruto hid, he hid away from them as he went down towards his lair. It was down there that Ed told him that the girls liked him. Throughout this whole time he believed that, well, he was not worthy of them. That he should have someone better, but they liked him. As Ed had to repeatedly pound the information in Naruto's mind for him to finally understand that it was real and they liked him. It was just for him to get over it. Because of his, well, the way he grew, he believed that he was not worthy for them. And that had held him back this entire time. The girls came down there though as Ed sold him out where he was as they chased after him, as Naruto ran as they chased after him. But they finally was able to track him down as they cornered him. As Hana used the Heimlich triplets, as they had came to a decision. The next morning, well, the envoys were kind of pissed off as they got a lot of noise complaint until they had to seal the building with a silencing seal. The howls and the screams. And the next morning as Naruto woke up, well, he couldn't woke up that quickly because he was exhausted. Perhaps he was unable to move anymore. But the three of them had decided to spend the night together. As the two girls came to a conclusion, they were gonna share him. And last night was, well, beyond amazing. It took some time for Naruto to wake up, as Ed went to call Tatsumi, so that she could have the place clean while they were gone, seeing that Hokage called him for an emergency meeting. As Tatsumi was laughing the entire time, happy that her daughter got what she wanted. So with that, the group was called to the office. As Harrison sent them towards the wave, Team 7 was in a bit of a problem there. Once they arrived, Naruto noticed something off about the mist. Something was wrong, but he just couldn't place his finger on it. He wasn't sure though. So with that, they made their way as they met up with Team 7. Sai was on the team as Naruto knew exactly who Sai was. Sasuke on the other hand, Sasuke tried to prove his dominance, did not believe in that Naruto was worthy enough to be his position right now, as he only answered to the Hokage that made he outrank all of them. As Naruto had to write up Sasuke a lot for the entire time because Sasuke kept on challenging him and even went out of his way to attack him once. It was there that Naruto showed him the difference between their power, as he schooled Sasuke like he's never been schooled before. So with that, Naruto spoke to Kakashi as they went to do their recon. He still couldn't get a nagging feeling that he was missing something here. Something about the mist, it was unnerving, but he wasn't sure what it was. Sasuke was really pissed off, but Uncle worked them. Sai, Sasuke and Sakura, she pushed them to their limits. Their training session was beyond intense and gruesome as Uncle made sure that they would be prepared for anything that was going to be thrown their way. So they would put through the time of their life as Naruto was adamant on writing Sasuke up once he got back to the village. as Kakashi got to rethink a lot of things. But writing Sasuke up was a bit too much. He had to agree. But Naruto didn't care what he think as he was still gonna do it. Sasuke had proven to be more jumping than Kakashi thought, challenging Naruto like that. He had to find a way to calm the tension, but Uncle wasn't making it easy by putting the kids through literal hell. So yeah guys, as basically as we left off, you guys can switch across the playlist for yourself. So what do you say we get right into this new episode? Remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto was banished to the Forbidden Lands over in the making 2. And the final episode of What If Naruto was a perfect experiment, and I enjoyed that. And yeah, without further ado, what do you say we start up this new episode? Let's get right into it guys. Haku froze, seeing the figure lying on the field. As Haku realized the leaf insignia on his belt. This isn't good. There are more leaf ninjas here. He wasn't a part of the team that was there before. And Zabuza-sama is not ready. They got reinforcements. Thinking what to do, Haku-han hesitated next to Naruto's neck. I could kill him right now. I could. A low growl caught Haku's attention. She noticed the dark eyes of the fox on the blonde chest. So she made a decision fast. Wake up, she said. 5 more minutes, said Naruto. Wake up. You can't sleep out here like this. You'll get sick. As Naruto yawned, blinking as he dislodged a fox on his chest. The fox landed as it kept on looking at Haku the entire time, as she noticed that. Who are you? Said Naruto. My name is Haku. Who are you? My name is... Naruto paused a yawn. Naruto. Good morning, he said. Repeating what I said earlier, you can get sick. Sleeping out here like this, she said. Nah, done it thousands of times, said Naruto. Ed and I have done this a lot of times, said Naruto. Sorry, I didn't know anyone came out here. Oh, no. I just came to collect some herbs and I saw you asleep. Are you a ninja? Sort of, said Naruto, as he stretched a bit. Would you like some help, he asked. You don't have to, Naruto-san. Naruto waved a gloved hand, telling her that it would be fine. Just show me what you need. I don't mind. As Haku showed him the plants, the two started on the opposite end of the field. An hour later, the basket was filled. You know, Haku, with the herbs gathered, I see that you're working on medical herbs. So is Zabuza nearly recovered, Naruto asked. Haku instantly jumped away from him and landed a safe distance. Relax, relax. I'm not looking for a fight right now, said Naruto, as he scratched Ed between the ears, as Ed purred a bit. He studied the stance that Haku had taken up, but he said nothing for a bit. You and Zabuza can leave. We don't have to fight. Gato will betray the both of you in the end, so he won't have to pay you anyway. Haku said nothing, but knowing that slimy, greedy man, he was probably right. Take your master or whatever he is, and leave. My teammates and I will deal with Gato in free wave from his control. Don't throw your life away for a tyrant that isn't even worth your loyalty. We can't all pick what we want. You don't understand the power that Zabuza-sama possesses. Naruto sighed. And you don't know the power I possess, he said. Go back to your master, Haku-chan. We'll see you when we see you. As Naruto started to walk away. I'm a boy, not a girl, she said. As Naruto stopped and snorted. Try again, you're sent. Tells all, said Naruto. Try some honey, suck a tea. It will ease your cramps. And don't bind your chest so tight. It makes your breathing deeper. As he left the shop, Kunoichi behind. He knows, usually. Everyone believes me when I tell them I'm a boy, when they assume I'm a girl. But this one. As she focused on the basket, there was a flower made of ice. What? She snapped her gaze. But he was gone. So fast. Time skip. Zabuza is closer on his feet than we thought, said Naruto, as they all sat around the table. And you let the hunter then go, said Kakashi, as Naruto explained what happened. Not all encounter need a fight out of the case, said Naruto. I gave them an option to leave, before we got down to business, as he accepted the plate from Tsunami, with a thanks. Anything new, Hana? Naruto asked. Gato has been seen with the mercenaries. He visited the building where we believe the ninjas are. He came out not 10 minutes later. He was very upset. Naruto nodded in thought. He is gonna betray them after they complete their jobs for him. And how do you know that? Sasuke said, as Naruto ignored him. As he looked towards the map, they will strike. Once we're at the bridge. as he pointed at several spots on the map. It's cut off, with nowhere for us to run to. And plus with Zabuza being a hidden mist ninja. And Haku is probably a water user as well. So how do we do this? Uncle asks. Remember our mission to the Isle of Wind, said Naruto. We can use the same tactic here, and since Hatake is nearly healed, we can use him and his Jennings. What do you mean by that, said Kakashi? You and the client will be bait, said Naruto. What about my family, Tazuna asks, as he got into the planning. I got that covered already. The house and those in it has protections I set up once I got here. He gave Kakashi a look. Can your Jennings keep the client safe, or will I have to take the matters in my own hands? Kakashi looked towards his team, then he focused back on Naruto. They will be fine, he said. They better be, Hatake. I won't have time to babysit once they start. After several moments of planning, Lucia raised a fuss once again, but Uncle cut him off before he can even begin. If you're gonna act like a little brat, you can stay here in your room until we go back to Konoha. Sasuke glared as Naruto looked towards Kakashi. There can be no error here, Hatake. You and the client will have to be exposed. My team and I can handle this. Just make sure you and your team get here in time to rescue us, said Kakashi. Alright everyone, go to bed early and rest. Tomorrow is it, said Naruto. He waited until Team 7 was off as he walked out the back door followed by Hana and Uncle. Al, where are you, said Naruto. Here brother, the boy said, as a section of the wall melted. Nice trick, Hana said. Thanks. I got the idea from Konoha-kun while playing ninja with him. Al, I got a gut feeling again. When we leave tomorrow, make several more armors to guard the house and family, said Naruto, as Al listened to what Naruto had planned. Are you sure that this will work, said Al. Of course it will. I came up with it after all, said Naruto. Brother, your plan never really worked out the way you planned them. You're so much like Ed when you come up with things like this. Naruto's eyes started to twitch. And what does that mean, he asks, as Uncle noticed something. Speaking of Ed, where is he? Later that night on the roof, as Ed arrived, sitting beside Naruto. I still don't want you using that arm, Ed said. I need to learn how to use it, Ed said Naruto. I've left it alone all this time because of your memories. But we're getting more and more dangerous assignments. I need to know what I can do fully. Use what I and Al and the others know. Believe that arm. It's nothing but trouble, Ed said. Scar. Use it as a very destructive weapon. But it's more than that, Ed said. I'm not you, Ed said, Naruto cutting him off. It took me 3 months to master the fire abilities. Don't use it, Ed said, as he stared at Naruto, as Naruto stared back at him. Fine. It feels weird in a way, said Naruto, but we will train more in it after the mission, said Naruto as he lay back down. Ed then spoke. I found what was making a mess around the island, he said. What? Why didn't you tell me that sooner, Naruto asked. It's fine. It's a link, series of runes and array. Over 500 years old. It's nothing for us to worry about. I'll show it to you when all the drama is over, Ed said. Al's right. You are an idiot, said Naruto. What? When did Al say that? As Ed went on a long rant about his brother, as Naruto rolled off and jumped down to the ground. He had to set some traps around the bridge. He did not notice 2 figures watching him. The next morning, Team 7, who was escorting Tazuna, came to the bridge. The workers were missing, as the place was thick with mists. Sakura, Sai, Sasuke, Defension, Pattern G6, said Kakashi, as Zabuza stepped out of the mist with the hunter ninja with him. I wonder, will they take Naruto's offer or will this be a fight to the death? Kakashi thought to himself. Meanwhile, at Tazuna's house, Al looked around as he saw the samurais emerging from the woods. As he activated the trap, the ground instantly turned wet and soggy as they fell. It stopped right at their necks before the ground became solid once again. Oh yeah, I did it, he said, as he turned towards the house. Snami screamed as she tossed a frying pan at him, as he tried to explain. Meanwhile, in the woods, Kakashi and his brats are fighting Zabuza and the hunter and then, Uncle said, as she looked through the binoculars. Damn, said Naruto. The radio in his ear crackled a bit, as he heard Hana on the other side. Gato and the mercenaries are leaving the mansion. They are heading for the bridge. Double damn. Sometime I hate being right, said Naruto, as he pressed the radio. Do you require aid, Hana, he asked. No, me and my triplets got this. You and Uncle focus on Hatake and the brats. Copy, said Naruto, as he turned towards Uncle. Well, shall we? She took his hand as the both of them vanished, and the sun changed. At the bridge. Why are you doing this? Said Kakashi as he avoided the massive cleaver blade. Because it's fun, said Zabuza. Meanwhile, Haku was beating the crap out of Sasuke, who thought that he was a better ninja. Zabuza had to move instantly though, as he was almost hit by a fireball, allowing Kakashi to get a breather as Uncle landed, as Naruto landed where Sasuke was, as he was covered with senbons. Why didn't you leave? Said Naruto, as he chose to focus on Haku. Zabuza-sama will not leave until the target is dead, she said. Gato is on his way, or he was. My other teammate is cutting his ranks down. Meanwhile, the road between the mansion and the bridge. Quadruple fang over fist! The 4 drilling attacks cut through the mercenaries like they were butter, and they were a hot knife as the attacks moved swiftly. Again, Hana said as her and her companions carved a path of destruction once again. Gato fell right on his ass in shock as he saw his ranks getting decimated right in front of his eyes, and there was nothing that he could do about it, or they could do, because his things, whatever they were so fast. As Hana stopped spinning as she landed in front of the man, as she sent him a smirk, as the man was terrified, the vicious look on her face as her smirk showed off her canines. She heard the tales of Inari father and what this monster did. Samurai and thugs fell as the speed of the Heimer triplets were too much, and they soon started to break ranks as they ran for their life. Hana looked towards Gato as he was crab walking backwards to get away from the path of destruction as he was trying to flee, but she wouldn't allow that. After all the crap he put these people through, they should deal with him. As she stepped forward, but before she could reach him, a figure in grey flashed in front of the man. He did not turn his back as he grabbed Gato and vanished. She jumped forward, but he was gone. Damn it, she said as she tried to sniff her own butt. She wasn't able to find his trail. Meanwhile, on the bridge, Sakura and Sai watched as Anko and Kakashi drove Zabuza back, one defending, attacking, and then they switch. They could not see Naruto the Hunter or Sasuke because they were surrounded by a dome of ice. We need to help, she said. We are to help by protecting the client and get him out of danger, said Sai, in the dome as Naruto dodged the attacks with ease. You can still surrender, Haku-chan. We don't have to do this. Take your master and walk away. I cannot. I am Zabuza-sama tool, she told him. Then, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to break you, said Naruto. Slapping his hands together, he focused his hand on the mirror. Haku gasped as she tried to enter her mirror, but to her surprise, she bounced right off. She snapped her gaze towards him. What have you done, she said. I sped up the molecules. They're moving too fast for you to manipulate. As Naruto then moved, appearing in front of her in a burst of speed. A series of attacks as she tried to defend herself, but as fast as he was a lot faster. She jumped away, knowing that she couldn't take him in taijutsu at all. She created a lot of ice needles as she threw them towards him. They struck his right arm, but they shattered upon contact. Nice jutsu, said Naruto. His sleeve got sliced up by the ice needles. It was then that she saw there wasn't flesh, but metal. Try this, said Naruto, as he snapped his finger off his left hand. The bridge was rocked by an explosion as Uncle turned her gaze, knowing exactly what that was, as Sakura screamed out for Sasuke, as Tazuna fell over as the mushroom cloud raised up in the sky, the ice dome completely obliterated. When Inier and his group arrived at the scene, they saw the remains of the bridge, the melted wood, stone and metal, as Haku was bundled up tightly in a cocoon of metal and stone. After Naruto had nuked the bridge, the battle didn't take long after that as Haku was captured by Naruto. Zabuza was put down by a door to the chest as he died. As Hana arrived, as she saw the damage, once the smoke fully cleared away, Hana noticed that someone was not there. Uncle, yeah? Where's Naruto-kun? They all looked around. Huh? He was... Where the hell did he go? Meanwhile, idiot, shut up. Moron, go away. Did I mention how stupid you are? Did I mention I can transfigure you into a toilet seat at Konoha Stadium during the summer games? Naruto asks. Where the hell are we this time? As he looked around. I don't know. Considering I was right next to you when you decided to nuke the entire bridge said Ed. Hey, I didn't blow it up, said Naruto. As Ed sighed, as Naruto had used one of Mustang, more powerful fire jutsu. And now they were here. Well, seeing that I don't see a naked Hana or Uncle around, I don't think that I'm dead or in a dream. You dream about my girlfriend's naked, Naruto asks. Well, yeah, I mean they're hot. And I'm a male, said Ed. Stupid fox, said Naruto. As he looked around, he had no idea where he was. Children, behave. The both of them paused as he looked around. Who's there, said Naruto. A figure appeared as Ed growled. Envy. Hey, short stuff. You look like hell, the dragon homunculus. Said with a snarl. You died, Ed said. And you're the size of a house cat. Ain't that a bitch, said Envy. Back on the bridge, Anko and Hana were not happy. Kakashi was making demands and Tazuna was whining about the bridge. Everyone shut up, Anko said. We need to find out what the hell just happened. Sasuke snarled, I'll tell you what happened. The idiot blew himself up, along with the rest of the bridge. Yeah, knew he was the idiot, Sakura said, supporting her Sasuke gun. Sai snorted as he watched the villagers begin to clean up. As Anko shook her head and looked towards Hana. Report. The thugs are gone. Gato got away. I'm not sure who it was but the person. They had no scent. And once they grabbed Gato, his scent also vanished as well. It almost like he wasn't even there to begin with. Not good. Unless we have a body, Gato can do this to wave. Once again after we leave. Let them fend for themselves, Sasuke said. They still have to pay for the C rank turn A rank, said Kakashi. Pay? They turned towards Tazuna. You expect me to pay for this? You destroy the bridge, he shouted. Anko sighed, she hated to deal with clients. She preferred the mission that she and her team was sent on. Well, Hatake, she said. What? You're in charge, remember, she said. Hana sighed. It seems like she will have to be the voice of reason until Naruto got back. Tazuna, this mission that you lied about, she said. Elsewhere, with Naruto. Ed the Full, plushy alchemist. Oh, what a laugh, Indy said. Listen here, you overgrown belt and boots. I don't know what game you're playing. You shouldn't even be here, relax. Indy said. I'm not really in the world. This is a vegetation. For and from who, said Naruto. Huh, you actually got brains. Now listen up. The power of alchemy has returned for a reason. And it's not for a certain shrimp to get bodies for him. Or for the steel, boy wonder. As Ed growled. Figure that, said Naruto. But what exactly am I to do? None of you shadows in the gate actually gave directions. You just downloaded a bunch of stuff. Envy paused. You will need to deal with Orochimaru. He cannot allow to continue experiments in his field of alchemy. If he does. As Envy looked towards Ed. Should Orochimaru make a Philosopher's Stone, this world will come to an end. Even an incomplete Philosopher's Stone in his hand is very bad. He will make homunculi that will make me and my kind seem tame compared to what you will make. So get on the ball, Ed, and let's pray that I don't see your ugly face again. Hey, where the hell are we, said Naruto. How do we get back? Oh, that's easy. Wake up. Brother, wake up. Please wake up. As Naruto blinked. Al? How the hell did we get here? Naruto got up as Ed fell off his chest. You had Uncle Chen and Hana-chan worried sick, Alphonse said. We were only gone a few minutes, Ed said. Brother? You've been missing for 3 days. What? Both of them screamed. Time skip. Naruto looked towards the bridge as he shook his head. No big, he said. Tazuna looked towards him like he was insane. Team 7 was in the village helping with repairs. Gato Lodge had been raided, and the money was redistributed. Stand back, said Naruto, as he waited until everyone was off. He then traced an array on the ground. He made some calculation and adjusted some runes. Hurry up, Ed said. Shut it. I hate rushing, said Naruto. He nodded to himself as he calculated everything perfectly. He then slammed his hands together before slapping them down on the bridge. As the place started to glow with a red light, white and red lightning rushed across the bridge. Those that were watching was forced to shield their eyes. When the light ceased, they turned back their vision. Ta-da, said Naruto. Tazuna looked towards the bridge with absolute shock. All the materials were gone. And the bridge was complete. He couldn't believe what he was seeing as he rubbed his eyes. He even slapped himself across the face to make sure he was not dreaming. How the hell? As Naruto grinned. Kid, you want a job? Said Tazuna. As Naruto laughed. Time skip. After talking with Hana and Uncle, he learned that Kakashi had been an ass and the Uchiha had made demands. Hana had used a nerve strike to shut him up. And that just leaves us with the girls, said Naruto. As Naruto felt bad, Haku was just following orders. And he had used the flame alchemist ability. Is she okay? He asked. Okay, Uncle said, raised an eyebrow. Damn it, Uncle, I didn't want to kill her. What's her condition? Said Naruto. She's fine. She looked like she had a bad case of sunburn, but that's it. That was so cool. It was like boom, then shoom, and a mushroom cloud, Uncle said. Yeah, so cool. Tazuna screamed about suing Konoha for damages. Good thing that you fixed it, Hana said. Fixed it? He goddamn built it and polished it, Hana. The old drunk better remember that when it comes time to pay. There was a knock on the door. Enter. As the door opened up to reveal Sai. Yes, said Naruto. Kakashi is planning on leaving in the morning without notifying you. He plans to fill in a report, different from yours. Naruto snorted. Like the old man will believe you once I give mine, he said. Thank you, Sai. See you back in Konoha. Sai nodded as he left. What are we gonna do? Hana asked. Sounds like Hatake is playing politics, Uncle said. Is a prisoner able to travel? Said Naruto. As I said, a really bad sunburn. She'll be a bit uncomfortable, but nothing a few bonds can cure. Naruto nodded. We'll grab her and leave, after Hatake and his team are asleep. Uncle smirked. You want to be waiting at the gate for him? Not at all. I promised the Uchiha would be reported for his actions. I just want to be at the gate sipping on a coffee as they arrive, said Naruto. The two women smiled as they left to get ready. Naruto then looked towards Ao. We got some problems. He and Ed had told him about their meeting with Envy, adding that to someone taking Gato right under Hana-chan nose. It makes my gut itch. Focus on them now, Ed said. We'll talk to the old man about Orochimaru later. Time skip. Under the cover of darkness, Team Alchemy slip away from Wave with their prisoner. Team 7 wouldn't know about this until sunrise, when Kakashi was telling Kakashi that she saw the other team leave, as Naruto left a scroll for him, as she handed it to him. Kakashi opened the scroll. Don't you ever screw with me. That was all that was written. Beneath it was a chibi Naruto, giving him the finger. Kakashi sighed. He already knew once his team got to Konoha, they would be screwed. Well, especially Sasuke, he just thought that he could get there before. As he sighed once more. This is gonna be bad. Time skip. Konoha was peaceful as usual, but the public disturbance of the Uchiha being arrested as he walked to the gates by Anfu. As Kakashi was told that his trial would be the day after, he had until then to prepare a proper defense. Sasuke on the other hand refused to go quietly. I'm a Uchiha. Unhand me, he shouted. The pair of Anbu snorted. I see what Hana-san and Uncle-san meant. To think that he believed he can give us demands, said Bor as he looked towards Uchiha. His partner, Sparrow, nodded. Come along, boy. We're being nice. Don't push, said Sparrow. Shut it, you idiot, Sasuke said. Kakashi sighed as Sparrow simply hit a pressure point in the back of his neck, as Sasuke fell over unconscious, as Bor picked him up and took him and vanished. As Kakashi turned his gaze as he saw Naruto and his team, as they were sitting there in the booth, as Naruto was sipping on some coffee, as he waved. Kakashi's siblings were in an uproar. Sai said that he would be going as he walked away. Sakura was screaming that it was unfair to Sasuke. Excuse me, Hatake-sama. A civilian merchant came up. Why did those Anbus arrest Sasuke-sama like that? Kakashi knew exactly why, but he thought public influence might turn the favor in Sasuke's case. As he spoke, Sasuke Uchiha. Time skip. 2 days later, Courtroom 3 was packed by ninja and civilians, as there were 3 seats, one of them being filled by the Hokage, the other one being Hayashi Hyuga, who represented the clans. The other one was Danzo Shimura, as he represented the ninja forces, as Aruka Mino was also there, acting as a Hokage assistant as he read the charges out loud. Sasuke Uchiha, Genin of Konoha, age 12, member of Team 7, Jonin instructor Kakashi Hatake, you have hereby been charged with the following offense. attempted murder of a superior during a mission, failure to follow the orders of a superior, disrespecting a higher ranked ninja, demanding clan secrets of fellow genins. The last one had been supplied by Sai, when he had filed his report on how Sasuke had spied on other genins and demand that they give him their clan secrets. Attacking a superior outside of training, endangering a client who has showboating. "That is enough, Aruka," said Sarutobi. He had to admit, when Naruto filed his report, and when Danzo's own report was forwarded towards him from Naruto's spy en route. Well, it was shocking how much Uchiha was allowed to get away with. "Sasuke Uchiha, how do you play?" asked Hayashi. "Innocent," Sasuke said. He had been groomed and pushed by Kakashi this morning on how to properly behave. Muttering Phil, the ninja gallery, as the civilians seemed pleased. "You deny these charges then?" Danzo asks. Sai report to him has left him disappointed with the Uchiha actions. Doing these things, his first job of all was to make sure Konoha thrive. But the boy has gotten arrogant and believed that he was in charge just because he was the last Uchiha. As much as Danzo hate them, they are too arrogant, and he would not allow this one to think that he was better than everyone else. While he was going to be something special in the future because of those eyes, he wouldn't allow him to get away with anything that he feel. "Honor Tribunal, I request to face my accuser," Sasuke said, instead of answering. Hiruzen was about to say something, but the door opened as Naruto walked in wearing black pants, a dress formal shirt with a coat over it, orange one with the alchemist symbol on the back, Uzumaki's swirl on his shoulder. His hair was tied back in a ponytail and spiked. "I have been summoned, Honor Tribunal," he said, as he gave a bow to the Hokage. In the ninja gallery, Ed was sitting in Hana's lap. Hibachi was sitting between the two women. Ibiki was behind them watching. "State your name and rank," said Danzo. "Naruto Uzumaki, Elric." "Konoha Full Metal Fox Alchemist," said Naruto. He and the Hokage already discussed this. Whenever rank was asked, he would say this. Hokage's hand. A lot of people start to mutter. The ninjas that did not know Naruto rank realized right now and then that he was above them. The civilians were upset about this. The only person that outranked him was the Hokage. Sasuke snorted, as he didn't even realize that his position was in danger. "Very well, Elric," said Hayashi. "Please, call me Naruto, Lord Hayashi," said Naruto. Hayashi nodded. "Naruto, your report indicates the Uchiha in several troubling situations. Do you have witnesses for these events?" "I do, Lord Hayashi," said Naruto. "The incidents happened when we were sent to Wave to rescue Team 7 who were under Kakashi Hataki's supervision. The client, Tazuna, had lied, and the mission turned out to be a A rank. The enemy being a new nin from Kiri, known as Zabuza, a former member of the elite 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist. During our time of arrival, from the moment we got there, Genin, Sasuke Uchiha ignored orders. From training to guarding the client. During training, he ignored his cellmates, claiming that they were a burden and that they held him back. One such incident was Sai. Genin Sai knows her name out of chakra and collapsed, leaving Genin, Sakura Haruno to carry Sai back towards the client house. Not once did the Uchiha offer to help or did he look back, in the effect abandoning a teammate because he was sulking. Special Jonin Anko Mitarashi, who was overseeing the training, ended up carrying Sai back towards the client house, as Haruno was nearly out of energy. "What kind of training?" Danzo asks. "Endurance training, tree climbing, and light contact taijutsu sparring." "And they couldn't handle this?" said Danzo. "Sasuke and Sai could, but Sai at the end was suffering from a mild nerve toxin," said Naruto. Hayashi nodded. "The charge of attacking a superior outside of training, what happened?" asked Hayashi. "I told Sasuke Uchiha no, upon teaching my private skills, and some truth about his position as a genin. He tried to attack me from behind. I took him down the wrist hole, and informed him that once we got back, he will be reported. I was well within my rights to kill him at that time, because we were on a mission," said Naruto. Many of the ninjas in the gallery nodded, as the civilians protested. Conduct in the field that was displayed by the Uchiha would have resulted in an immediate execution. However, his Jonin instructor thought nothing of it. between the Uchiha's psych evaluation and its performance in the field. I wonder how he's a ninja of Konoha. The tribunal knew. The civilians pushed for his passing no matter what. They ignored the mental evaluation. And now this was coming back to bite everyone. Sasuke Uchiha said Danzo, "What do you have to say to your accuser now?" Sasuke looked bored. Like the idiot, opinions matter. As everyone started to mutter, "I am the last Uchiha of Konoha. You can't afford to lose me. Therefore you shall release me and order him to teach me his secrets, to make me stronger, because that is the best for Konoha after all." He smirked, and the clans should open their skulls to me. How do you expect me to get stronger if I stop Itachi when you keep on holding me back? Angry muttering filled the ninja populace, as the civilians seemed to agree to this. Why are clans so secretive? "Enough," Hiruzen said. Quiet in the room. "No one's above the law, Sasuke Uchiha, and you have broken several of them. You show no regard for your superiors or for your teammates. Let me tell you something, boy. When he was here, your brother was one of our best. He not only worked with his teammates, he protected them, and he showed respect. You have shown none of that. Even here now, you act like a spoiled child, making demands." As he looked towards Hayashi and then Danzo, "We will deliberate," as they stepped into the side room. Sasuke looked towards Naruto as he snarled. "Your secrets will be mine, dope," he said. "Dream on, Uchiha, because that is all it is, a dream." Kakashi came down. "Naruto, was that really necessary?" he asked. "I think your porn has rotted your brain, Hatake. I know that you're not stupid, you were a captain in Anbu after all. What's changed so much that you fawned over this member of your team, sabotaging the other two by not giving them the proper training?" "We're not talking about my actions," said Kakashi. "Yet. Expect to be called on that soon, Hatake," said Naruto. "If you're so worried, why didn't you take a genuine team like the Hokage asked of you?" said Kakashi. "Because I realized I would suck as a teacher and my skills are better served elsewhere." The two looked at one another as Sasuke spoke. "Kakashi, release these bindings." "And this is your prize student," said Naruto. "I cannot release you, Sasuke. This is your trial," said Kakashi. "This is just a show, and you know it as well. They won't find me guilty. The village needs me too badly." As Naruto snorted, "And why would we need you, Uchiha? You have yet to activate your family Sharingan. You're nothing more than a slightly skilled genin, with a couple of fire jutsus. With your family, taijutsu style, and your psychosis about killing your brother." Sasuke hurled several insults towards Naruto. "Wow, really? You kiss your mother with that mouth? Oh wait, I forgot. You Uchihas are a bunch of emotionless bastards who probably reproduce by jerking it in a cup, not having the artificial ability to interact with another with human attachments." As a few in the gallery found it rather funny, as Sasuke's face turned red with nothing but rage. "Face it, Sasuke, you're living off the fame that your family created with your police Uchiha force. Your brother famed from making Jonin at such a young age. You have done nothing but brood and soak in the tragic event of your clan demise. Sooner or later you have to realize you don't have a clan. Clans are composed of more than one. You are Sasuke Uchiha, an orphan, and that is it." Sasuke lashed out, but the chains held him in place. As Naruto shook his head, less than 10 minutes. Hayashi, Danzo, and Hiruzen arrive. Sasuke Uchiha, rise and receive the decision of the tribunal. Sasuke gave Naruto a glare as he got to his feet, knowing that they would never do anything to him. Sasuke Uchiha, it is the decision of the tribunal of Konoha that from this day forth you are stripped of your ninja status. The civilian gallery exploded in protest. "Silence," Hiruzen said. "Iruka, continue." "Furthermore, your chakra will be sealed. You will provide samples to the hospital should Konoha decide to return the Sharingan. You can't do this. I'm an Uchiha." "You will then be put under house arrest for no less than 5 years. Escape attempts would call for immediate execution." You can't do this to me," Sasuke shouted. "I am the last Uchiha." Failure to accept these punishments will result in immediate execution, Iruka said, ignoring Sasuke's protests. "Naruto Uzumaki Elric, you will apply the seals on Sasuke Uchiha. Should he leave Konoha without permission, they will explode." As Sarutobi had informed Iruka that he knew of Naruto's sealing work, In a year or so, he would take up the role as Konoha, Seal Master. As Sasuke couldn't believe what he just heard, as he was fuming. Time skip. As Naruto was currently in his library. Why is the old man having you do the sealing? Uncle asks. He knows I've been studying seals, with Jiraiya of the Sannin in a while. He hoped I would step up and fill the role as well. As he looked over the scrolls. What are you looking for? Hana asks. Containment seals and prison seals. The ones the old man wants are difficult, and I want to make sure that they're done right. Book 6, Ed said, as his back foot was twitching as Hana was petting him. Ah, thanks, said Naruto. They don't look that difficult, Uncle said, as she looked over his shoulder. Good, then you can help, said Naruto, as she cursed. Me and my big mouth. What should I do? Hana asks. As Naruto looked at the library, could you pack these up and help transport them to the apartment? With Orochimaru eager and on the loose to learn alchemy, I can't leave these here. While I trust the seal Ed and I put up with that snake, you can never be too certain that it won't find a crack to crawl into. As Hana nodded, Ed, you can help, right? Sorry, but I'll need him, said Naruto. He formed a single hand sign before creating 5 clones. But you will have help, he said. Hana smiled and kissed him. What a considerate boyfriend, she said. As the group started to make their way, so, the Uchiha is gonna wank off in a cup? His daddy should be so proud, Uncle said. As Naruto started to laugh along with Ed. Time skip. Naruto sighed as he arrived to the Hokage's office. The seal on the Uchiha's house wasn't so hard. It was at the hospital as they had to knock him out, because he tried to fight each and every one of them, for them to apply the seals on his body. A nurse, who was a Uchiha fan, tried to attack Naruto. Anko did not waste any time as she killed the woman. As Naruto was busy with the seals, and any small mistake could mean something rather dangerous. As Naruto sat in the chair, it seems Orochimaru was planning on stealing the Sharingan from the spy in his camp. This will prevent him from that, said Sarutobi. Now I want to talk to you about the girl you brought back with you 3 days ago. Haku, what about her? She's not listed anywhere as a missing name. So are we gonna let her go then, said Naruto. Actually, said Sarutobi. What? Said Naruto. She is requested to be assigned to you as a field medic. Naruto eye widened at that. Uncle smirked. That would be helpful. Hana knows enough to patch up minor wounds. And you have to admit the girl was a decent fighter. But Sarutobi smirked. So, it's agreed then, he said, ignoring Naruto but. She'll be watched for 3 months, and we're a seal, like the ones the Inazakas were. It's a tether, so she won't be able to go far from you. What? Said Naruto. Time skip. Naruto awoke to find himself in a unique position with Hana and Uncle. The 2 girls were snuggled, upright beside him. But that was not what his mind was on right now. The seal that Haku was wearing, think of it like an unbreakable rope, as she could not go too far away from him, 100 feet. Otherwise she would be reeled back in like a fish on a line. But the thing is, what is she doing in bed with us, Naruto thought. He knew that they put her in the guest room last night, seeing that she was unconscious after the sealing, as she was still wearing the oversized shirt that Anko and Hana had changed her into. Thank Kami. I thought for a minute I was becoming a pervert in my sleep, Naruto thought to himself. As Haku stirred as she snuggled closer to his chest, as she was softly resting her head on his chest. She looked like a cute little kitten. As she started to move her hand, she was seeming to be dreaming about something, perhaps massaging his chest, as he heard a giggle from his left. As Anko was awake, he heard another giggle from his right. Can you please get her off, said Naruto. As he saw Haku stir a bit. Wait, is she awake? While you were gone, for the past 3 days in Wave, we spoke with her, Anko said. It seems no one has ever talked to her nicely, or guessed that she was a girl, Hana said. But what really got her was when you used that fire attack. You could have left her to die, but you went out of your way to shield her. I told you that the hero side of yours can turn almost in girl on, Anko said. As Haku looked up, her innocent eyes looking at him, tears in her eyes, as she hugged him. As Naruto hugged her back. Shh, it's alright, Haku-chan, he said. No one here is gonna make you do anything. You're safe here, he told her. As Hana and Anko looked at each other before they nodded. Hana reached down and grabbed Ed by the ear. Hey, I want to see. Hey, it's not about sex, Furball. It's about comfort. And Naruto need to talk to her alone. And no one need your wisecrack right now. As they dragged him out of the room. The girl had calmed down after a few minutes. You thought I would force you, said Naruto. And she nodded. Never. If you want to date someone, go ahead. You're not my prisoner. Or my property, said Naruto. You're Haku. I kick ass beautiful Kunoichi, he said. They can do whatever she wants. You mean that, Naruto-sama, she asks. I do. And you don't have to call me Sama. Just remember. And remember this as well. You are never and no one's tool. Come on, say it, said Naruto. What if I want to be your tool, she asks. I wouldn't accept that. I'll accept you as a friend. As a precious person, said Naruto. Would you love me, she said. Not now, but can you see me someday as you look at Hana and Uncle, she asks. I could, said Naruto. You're special, Haku. Never sell yourself short. Her smile widened as she buried her head into his chest, hugging him tightly. You see me as a friend, she said. Yes, you were only doing a job on the bridge, said Naruto. The same as me and the others. You'll pass your time quickly and once. Bleach is off, said Naruto. But, she said, cutting him off. What if I wanted to stay? Huh? Why, said Naruto. Because it will keep me here with you guys. You don't need that, said Naruto as he ran his hand through her hair. As she leaned into his touch. As she looked towards his arm. How did that happen, she asked. A long story, said Naruto. Would you like to hear? As she nodded. I was hunted by ninjas and civilians of this village. As he started to explain. On the outside, Hana backed away from the door as she wiped the tears away from her eyes. What's wrong? Uncle said. As Hana smiled. He's telling her about his arm. She's staying then. Well, that's good. She's a nice girl. I wouldn't want the council to get their hands on her. But guys, be subscribe right here. If you want to see next person, do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Banished to the Forbidden Lands over on Anime King 2 and also on Anime King 3. I posted a brand new episode, well, the final episode of What If Naruto Was a Perfect Experiment. So go ahead and check out that and enjoy, and yeah. Remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, I indeed have 3 channels, Anime King, Anime King 2, and Anime King 3, which I post 24 every single day for you guys to enjoy. But I'm out for now, see you guys soon. Peace!